Welcome back once again. The Kenyan government has offered to reopen the land border crossing point in Mandera to enhance trade with neighboring Somalia, the Interior Ministry said on Thursday. The Mandera border control point, which was closed in 2012, will be renovated and open as part of the strategic move to empower the residents and curb illicit cross-border trade that has been fueling insecurity in the country, the Interior Ministry has said. The Kenya government has offered to reopen the land border crossing point in Mandera to enhance trade with neighboring Somalia, the Interior Ministry said. The Mandera border control point, which was closed in 2012, will be renovated and open as part of the strategic move to empower the residents and curb illicit cross-border trade that has been fueling insecurity in the county, the Interior Ministry said.
I have noted with appreciation that you continue to build trust with the local communities, because it is when you build trust with the local communities that you can be effective in what you're doing out here. Therefore, I want to assure you the equipment that you have that you require to enhance your service delivery, we will procure them, and very shortly you'll be getting what you require, because we think that we should not expose you or expose our citizens to insecurity by something that we ought to do. And therefore, my assurance is that you'll be getting more and better equipment, even as you keep this place safe.
The border control point will open within the next 2 months after the initial preparations for the reopening are completed. The secretary also directed the incorporation of the community elders into security operation in Mandera and Wajir as part of the efforts to flush out armed militants and criminals from the counties. Mandera has suffered from series of terrorism attacks since 2011. The border closure also affected local communities and trade between the Kenyan communities living near the border areas. Kenya launched an operation to build a border barrier to stop the free flow of refugees from Somalia and the influx of militants from Somalia. Now, CAF has released a full schedule of the Total Energies Under-17 African Cup of Nations Algeria 2023 that will be played between 29th April and 19th May 2023. The opening match will host Algeria plays Somalia on Saturday 19th April at the majestic Nelson Mandela Stadium in Algiers. CAF has released the full schedule of the Total Energies Under-17 African Cup Nations Algeria 2023 that will be played between 29th April and 19th May 2023. The opening match will see hosts Algeria play Somalia on Saturday, 29th April at the majestic Nelson Mandela Stadium in Algiers. 3 stadiums will be used: Nelson Mandela in Algiers, Shahid Hamlahu in Constantine, and May 1956 in Annaba. For the first time, the Under-17 AFCON will feature 12 nations. The decision to increase the number of participants is in line with CAF's objective of encouraging participation and offering more playing opportunities to young people. Well, a hospital facility designed to provide treatment, quality and care to Somali security forces has been handed over to the federal government of Somalia by African Union Transition Mission. The 68-bed facility located in Mogadishu was commissioned on Thursday at a ceremony presided over by Somalia's Federal Minister of Defense Abdul Qadir Mohamed Nur, special representative of the chairperson of the African Union Commission. A hospital facility designed to provide quality treatment and care to Somali security forces has been handed over to the federal government of Somalia by the African Union Transition Mission in Somalia. The 68-bed facility located in Mogadishu was commissioned on Thursday at a ceremony presided over by Somalia's Federal Minister of Defense, Abdul Qadir Mohamed Nur, the special representative of the chairperson of the African Union Commission, Somalia. ATMIS built the facility as a Quack Impact project with funding from the Italian government. Speaking at the ceremony, Ambassador Souf said the facility will help improve treatment and care offered to Somali security forces as they continue the offensive against Al-Shabaab militants. Somalia's Federal Minister of Defense, Abdul Qadir Mohamed Nur, echoed the SRCC's remarks, noting that the facility would go a long way in providing urgent medical attention to soldiers and other security officers wounded on the battlefield. On his part, Somalia's Chief of Defense Forces, General Yusuf Rage, said the opening of the facility was a significant step in the transition process and hailed the collaboration between the Somali National Army, ATMIS, and Italy, which enabled the successful implementation of the project. Italy's Under-Secretary of State for Defense described the facility as timely assistance, adding that it will significantly benefit soldiers fighting to liberate Somalia from Al-Shabaab terrorists. Other officials present at the ceremony included the acting ATMIS Force Commander, Brigadier General Peter Omola, and Italy's ambassador to Somalia, Alberto Vecchi. Thank you so much for watching us here on Dalsan TV. My name is